If your head starts to spin as soon as you try to understand the Light Elegance product, then I promise you that by the end of this video, those feelings will be long gone, aka you better not go anywhere. And welcome to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Celina and I am an international educator for the brand Light Elegance, and I have been in love with this brand for over 10 years. If you have clicked on this video, then you are probably someone whose interest had sparked with the Light Elegance product, but you are just so unsure where to start, and I totally get that. In this #new to LE series, I will do my very best to straighten out those question marks and make sure that you have all the knowledge you need to get started with this award-winning brand. I promise you that it is worth the research, and if you continue watching, that's probably all the research you will have to do anyways. In the previous video, we traveled all the way back to the beginning, and we talked about how Light Elegance got born, the people behind it, how I got in contact with the brand, and why I fell head over heels in love with it. So if you have not watched that video yet, I highly recommend that you put pause on this video, go back and watch that one, and then come back to this one. I'll wait. Okay, good, you're back. Now let's get a nice overview over the Light Elegance products, and in the next video we'll talk more about how to use your products and what to use them for. Say hello to the Light Elegance stage. The first thing we need to do is to divide this stage into 3 sections. Hard gels, which have to be filed off. Semi-soak-off gels that can be soaked off but acts like hard gels. We'll get more into that later. And lastly, the soak-off products. The most important thing here to remember is that when you are layering products, you want to go from the hardest to the softest. So let's start with the Lexi line. And if you have watched a previous video, then you should recognize the name and maybe even have a face in mind. The Lexi line is basically all the basic hard gels from Light Elegance. All these gels are hard gels and, as mentioned, has to be filed off. In here, you'll find all the clear gels that you can use for sculpting and basing. And then you also have all the pink gels. Some are made for sculpting and some that we could call cover pinks. Then we also, of course, have the white gels that you could use for your baby boomers and French. Some you can even sculpt with. These gels can be recognized by this logo, and the containers have this silvery look. They can be used for everything from natural nails to super long extensions. If we move one step to the right, we find the Jimmy Gels, a semi-soak-off product which can be soaked off but also acts like hard gel. So what do I mean by that? Well, it's more flexible than the Lexi line gels, but not as soft as the soak-off gel polishes. You can create shorter extensions with it and build thickness, which you can't do with a gel polish, for example. But you can also use it for short, natural gel manicures where you want just a little bit more strength than you would get with a normal gel polish. And once again, if you have watched the previous video, then you should maybe even have a face in mind for this specific name of gel. Then all the way to the right, we find the P+ gel polish system, which is a true soak-off product, also called a soft gel as opposed to hard gel. With this system, you can create a natural gel manicure that will last up to 4 weeks. Trust me, I've had it on way longer than that. When it's time to change color, you just wrap it up in our LE Pro remover or some acetone, and it's magically dissolved in 7 minutes. Now we have all the base gels lined up, but what happens when we want to add some colors and glitter to this? We have to move all the way to the left again to present the Light Elegance color and glitter gels, which is probably what Light Elegance is most famous for, and maybe even the reason why you found LE to start with. Both the color and glitter gels that comes in black pots like this are also hard gels and therefore have to be filed off. These are only meant to go on top of the nail or to be encapsulated, which means that you can't do any extensions with these. The glitter gels can be applied a little bit thicker to get the full sparkle effect though. The viscosity of the gels are on the thicker side and highly pigmented. Personally, I like to use the sandwich technique with these gels, and if you want to know more about that, just search for my name and sandwich here on YouTube. Then we have the buttercreams, which are also hard gels, but super duper extra mega pigmented. They go onto the nail super thin and like melted butter, hence the name buttercream. When you apply these over a finished file nail, the color will not mess up your shape at all since you only need a layer thin as a piece of paper. The cool thing with these is that they're also amazing for nail art because of the pigmentation and because they don't leave a bumpy surface. For these, you don't have to use the sandwich technique since they go on so thin. Then we have gel paints, which is what we used for our nail art before we got the buttercreams. These are also super mega humongously pigmented, but can also be applied over an entire nail. When it comes to art, it's just a question of preference. The gel paints are a little bit thicker in viscosity, and I tend to switch back and forth depending on what I'm doing. The pastel gel paints are hard to beat though, and it's definitely a must in every LE Tech drawer. When it comes to the Jimmy gels, we have a couple of different whites and pinks that you can use kind of as in the same way as the Lexi line's white and pinks, like for example baby boomers and French manicures. The P+ colors and glitters are all gel polishes and soak-offs. If you don't like soaking, however, you can of course always file soft gels off as well. Apply these in 2 thin layers and always finish with the P+ top coat. Now let's rewind it back to the Jimmy gels. What colors can we add on top of these? Well, remember that I said that Jimmy gel is a soak-off, acting like a hard gel? Yeah. Well, you can actually apply any of the colors and glitter products from LE on top of the Jimmy gel. And you can of course also apply the P+ colors over the Lexi line because, you know, soft gels go on top of hard gels, right? So let's see if you got it.
Guess that combo!
Can you apply P+ over Jimmy gel? Yes, because it's a soft gel on top of a semi-soft gel. How about white Jimmy gel over a Lexi line gel to create a baby boomer? Yes, because it's a semi-soft gel that acts like a hard gel on top of a hard gel. But what about a glitter gel on top of a Jimmy gel extension? Absolutely, because Jimmy gel acts like a hard gel, even though it's a soak-off gel, so you can put hard gel colors on top of a Jimmy gel. So can you put a buttercream over the P+ base? No, because buttercream is a hard gel and needs a harder base. Can you apply a glitter gel over a buttercream? Yes, because both are hard gels. So now when we have covered the different lines, let's take a quick look at what tops and bases that are available. For the Lexi line, we have quite a few base products, and if you watch a previous video, you'll know why. But basically, it's because LE understands that we have several different types of nails to work with and that we need to adjust our products accordingly to make it last. We got tack and power bond, which works like a double-sided sticky tape. One side sticks to the nail and the other to the gel on top. If you're choosing between the two, then I would go with tack, which is the most common one to use and works for most nail types. If you mainly work with toes, however, then I would choose power bond. Then we have air bond, which dries in the air. You don't need a light to work with this one. This is also great if you got clients that sweat a lot, since it actually bonds with water. And lastly, we have Vita Prime, which is an acid-based vitamin E infused primer, which can help if you got clients with a lot of lifting problems, as it helps to roughen up the surface a little bit extra. This is the very first product you apply to the nail if you want to use it, regardless of what type of nail you want to create. As these products are considered hard gels, they can also be used as a base for Jimmy gels. Jimmy gel, however, can be used on its own without a base, but if you want it to last a little bit longer, then you can place tack underneath, for example. Just remember that tack is not soakable and has to be filed off. The P Plus has its own base gel, which is the secret to the 7-minute soak of time. You can, however, also use a hard gel base like tack, for example, underneath if you want the gel to last longer. However, just keep in mind that the soak of time of the color will increase and you won't be able to soak the tack off. When it comes to the tops, we got the very famous Super Shiny, which is color stain resistant. The top gloss, which is a top that cures without a tacky layer, and then the flat mat. All of these are considered hard gels and can only be applied over other hard gels or Jimmy gels, as they act like hard gels. As P Plus is a soft gel system, we also of course got a soft gel top, the P Plus Top Coat. Hopefully you feel a little less confused by now, and remember that you can always go back and rewatch this video as many times as you need. Also make sure to save this video to your favorites so that you can fast and easily go back and watch it whenever you get a brain fart and you don't remember what to mix and in what order and what now. Don't worry, it happens to all of us. And as I've mentioned before, all Light Elegance products are manufactured and made in Redmond, Oregon at the Light Elegance HQ. And the products are of course HEMA-free, NINE-free, cruelty-free, gluten-free, and vegan. And we do believe that what's inside matters. And also, don't forget to check out the Facebook group #NewToLE by Light Elegance, where you can chat with other LE Techs, ambassadors, and educators. If you want more content like this, make sure to subscribe and click that little notification bell so you know whenever I upload a new video. Also, take a peek at the Light Elegance YouTube channel as well if you really want to dive into the world of nail chemistry. And don't worry, Jim McConnell, who is the co-founder and chemist of Light Elegance, makes it super fun and easy to understand. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next #NewToLE video. Bye!